So he says here, so he says that basically after receiving this indoctrination, the slaves will become self-refueling and self-regenerating for hundreds, maybe thousands of years. He says you must use the dark-skinned slaves versus the light skin versus dark. You must also have your white servants and overseers distrust all blacks, but make sure black people depend on us and trust us. He says, gentlemen, these kits are your control. Use them. Have your wives and children use them. Never miss an opportunity. My plan is guaranteed, and the good thing about this plan is that if used intensely for 1 year, the slaves themselves will remain perpetually distrustful. Thank you, gentlemen. Willie Lynch, 1712. So here's what I want you to understand the core objective of the B1 philosophy. B1, what does B1 stand for? Put it in the chat. B1 stands for you. It's two words. What does it mean? Write it in the chat. Write it in the chat. B1 means black first. Black first means you put your blackness and what you have in common ahead of all the things that are there to divide you. Um, if I'm a Democrat and you're a Republican, yeah, we're not going to agree on that, but we're both black. If you're a black Republican who cares about black people and I'm a black Democrat who cares about black people, then at least we have something to talk about. There can be healthy conversations between black Democrats and black Republicans if you stop believing that my ideas have to compete with your ideas. Stop believing that my perspective must annihilate your perspective. Stop believing that I have to replace what you believe, and instead, I can believe what I believe, and it supplements what you believe. You say, I think that we should make sure that LGBT populations are treated with dignity and respect. And then I say, well, also we need to have nuclear families and whatever, right? Like I kind of think that there's room for in fact, I know that there's room for these conversations because if all of us learn to do what therapists can teach you to do, the biggest thing therapists taught me was the importance of listening. You got a whole lot of people out here talking, but ain't nobody doing no listening. And if you just listen to people and make sure that they are heard, then what they call that in therapy is they call that like allowing yourself to be influenced. And then what they'll do is they'll reciprocate. Like listening and connecting, that's a reciprocal process. So if I listen to you and I say, okay, so help me explain what you're saying is da 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 da. Okay, okay. Well, let me give you a point of view on that. So here's my perspective. My perspective is that it might be better to approach it this way or that way, right? And those conversations are easier than when you're both yelling over each other. It's tough to acquire this, but let me tell you, I didn't know Malcolm Jamal Warner very well. I just knew him from Instagram. He followed me on Instagram. He sent me some messages, and we talked on Instagram. And I was immediately impressed by him. What impressed me about Malcolm Jamal Warner was I apparently said something that he disagreed with. I could tell. But he didn't do what a lot of people do. A lot of people say, you're wrong, you're crazy, what's wrong with you? What you said was stupid. You know what he said? He came in and said, hey, brother, you said something that confused me a little bit, and I'd like to understand it. So what did you mean when you said da 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 da? And I thought that was great. I said, okay, this is an intelligent guy. This is a thinker because that's really the best way to approach things, right? So black first, let's go back to B1. Black first means okay, I'm a man, you're a woman. You have a perspective, I have mine. Let's learn from each other. Black first means, yeah, maybe I'm rich and you're poor. You can explain to me what it's like to be poor. I can tell you how to get rich. Whatever it is, right? We're black first. I'm gay. I'm not gay. I'm straight. You're gay, right? Okay.